everybody, and welcome to Travelers, Episode 7. I'm your moderator and co-host, The Helmet Fire, and joining me tonight is Erik Digital, CrayZJaye, and our special guest, PowerGPU. What's up, guys?
What's happening?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, this is a really special occasion this evening. Hello to everybody in chat. Thanks for coming in. Like I said, this is Episode 7. This is our first live broadcast, so we appreciate you showing up, appreciate you listening. We got some great topics tonight, but first I want to jump right into, meeting our special guest this evening. So, PowerGPU, for those listeners out there and for all the viewers, tell them a little bit about yourself and what you do for the community.
Sure. Well, my name's PowerGPU. GPU stands for Graphics Processing Unit. I started off with pretty much on YouTube doing reviews on video cards and spread over to Twitch and fell in love with Destiny. And ever since then, I streamed for a long time, but then I quit streaming to pursue pretty much building and doing tech support for content creators out there, such as Lucky and Butt Wipe, Wish You Luck, Burn, and other content creators outside of the Destiny community as well, such as TSM Myth. And on top of that, we run a website as well of Storm Shield 1, track your stats for Fortnite. But on top of that, I mean, Destiny's been pretty much majority of the content creation aspect out of that. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
So, just a little phone call here and there, nothing big, right?
What do you mean phone call?
No, I mean like tech support. Like I was making a bad joke, but anyway.
Oh no, I got you.
No, dude.
Womp womp.
No, that's really awesome, man. I mean, you mentioned a lot of really big names in there. That must be really cool to get some hands-on time and just helping people with their streams. I mean, people in the chat or listeners. Lucky and Butt Wipe and Burn and all them. I mean, that's what a really cool networking experience that must be too. That's really cool, man.
It was it was a fun experience teaching Wish how to build a computer for 12 hours in Discord and Lucky and Butt Wipe to build their first computers as well. That was really interesting.
That's cool, man. Now for all the listeners, I actually got to meet Jay and Power at GuardianCon last year, and I know me and Jay will be there this year. Power, are you going to be there?
Yes, I am. I got invited this year as a content creator.
Oh, wow, dude, that's awesome. That's cool, man.
Big moves.
Making them play, son. Yeah, actually, I was going over to the Fireteam chat booth to listen to the live show, and that's where I ran into him, and he was helping them set their equipment up. So you've got quite a bit of it. Yeah, you've got quite a bit of.
Dustin.
Yeah. I went over there, and it was funny because I felt like such a little kid, right? Because I'd never been to a convention, and I said, "Man, I really want to meet Fran." And he's like, "Dude, all right, who do you want to meet? I'll take you to him. No big deal." And he was like the bouncer at the club, the guy that you knew that could get you in, kind of a thing. So no, I really appreciated it because I'm a big fan of their show, and of course, it's just cool. It was cool meeting so many people that I've been gaming with for the last couple of years in some capacity, or watching their streams or following them. So that's great.
Them as well.
Yeah, we're gonna be able to be there this year too. So that's pretty cool. So so you play other stuff besides Destiny 2?
So back and forth. I mean, I did Destiny 2 again. Good little grind when the latest DLC came out. And then just kind of hopping back and forth. I haven't been able to play this past week because I've been slammed with work, with like I said, tech support. I had 3 appointments today. I finished those and then hopped on with you guys, put the kids to bed. So it's been busy.
Busy is a good thing.
Yeah, it definitely is. I like being busy. It keeps my mind continuing moving and stuff like that, and just work towards other things. So. But no, I definitely I'll be playing Destiny 2 a lot more when the DLC comes out.
Yeah, no kidding. All of us, I think
all of us.
I think we're all in the same boat. I mean, we can't let Aldrin get away with that shit, man. I'm sorry. You just
not at all.
It's not happening,
Going down.
bro. I mean,
going down.
And you did it with his own gun, and then took it, and then real quick, I want to give a spoiler alert. So. There was a small tidbit of the story, part of that mission in Forsaken where Cade dies, that they had a little extra piece of dialogue. So, Spoiler warning. I mean, it's not a huge spoiler, but it's just basically like Cade's last words before Aldrin shot him. Yo, so yeah, one more time, spoiler warning. 3, 2, 1. All right, cool. So I listened to it on Bice's video because I guess him or people at E3 got to see this, and he basically, Uldren says, "Do you have any last words?" And Cade's like, "How's your sister?" And I'm like,
dude.
Okay. He goes out like a G, man. It's so funny. It's so funny, man.
That's arcade.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah. It was a real sneak peek at the mission, and you know how like when D2 came out, people saw like a part of that mission in the beginning. I guess they did the same thing with this, where they showed those people that played at E3 like a little backdoor snippet or whatever. And that's just what they pulled from it, because even they didn't see all that leading up to his death or anything. They just kind of, did that. But that actually kind of rolls into the first kind of topic here. I wanted to get everyone talking about Prince Uldren and the end game, and what do we think? Why Prince Uldren? Like, let's talk about why we think it was him. And then as far as the raid and the end game and the story, like, do we think he's the raid boss and the Barons, or do we think it's just going to be something else completely, like Savathun or something? What do you guys think?
Well, Bungie said it was a story about revenge, right? So it could, revenge is it could be two-sided. He might be looking for revenge for his, the death of his sister, or what happened to the Awoken at the beginning of the Taken King. So no, it's not just us out looking for revenge from Uldren.
Okay.
I didn't think of it that way. I didn't think of
me neither.
both sides. But yeah, I mean, him going evil, I don't think he was really on our side to begin with. He was always against us, but just following his sister's orders. Never liked us.
He looked like it in D1.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looked like he'll be against us in D1, but they can't say that for this game. I think the same thing. Maybe like revenge for his sister's death or death. She's apparently so alive.
Yes, if she's even dead.
I was gonna say maybe.
Maybe there's like a theory out there that maybe the Queen and the Heiress and the Uldren are working together. I don't know. Maybe Uldren found something out. Maybe like to bring his sister back or something like that, and by freeing the Barons, and then that weakens something else, and who knows. And that brings us to the raid, which I'll talk about later. But
yeah. Power. What do you think about Uldren and in game and how he's gonna bite it? Because he's gonna bite it. So.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about him. Like, at the same time, I mean, I know when Bungie was saying that they wanted to do this so that way we have an enemy to look forward to when the DLC comes out, and that way it gives us more of a passion to kind of push forward to, I guess to revenge, Cade. But I don't know. Maybe I have a feeling the sisters just gonna come out of nowhere in D2, just surprise us. I don't know. I think that's a possibility.
A little about the sister. Like, there's some costume art of like some random Awoken, like looking like a hunter with like red or black.
Oh yeah.
People think that might be the Queen, like, because there was an interview way back before, like when I think the House of Wolves came out, and they were talking about they had the voice actor who the Queen, I forgot her name, and they mentioned that she was supposed to be like a pirate. She was supposed to be like a pirate queen, and she's supposed to be like really like badass, but they kind of scrapped that for this Queen. I wonder if she's coming back in this DLC as a pirate, like badass pirate. That'd be pretty cool.
Could be.
I think I'm sorry about that. Random phone call. No, I think the Queen, I don't think she's dead. I don't know what she's. I think it would be pretty cool to see her come back in this expansion. I mean, she's been out of the picture for too long. And but as far as Uldren goes, yeah, I agree. D1, he never liked us. I mean, he asked us to go get a thing. We got the thing, and then he's like, "No, you're still not cool. Doesn't matter if you brought us a thing. Screw you." And then, and now he killed Cade. He's definitely not cool. So, but in the history of how they've done their story so far, at least, like especially with D2, the end game didn't like Callus had nothing to do with the direction the story was going per se. To me, Callus just kind of came out of left field. It was his own thing, like his own story arc. And in the back side of the lore, like with the flavor text and all that, it has some connective tissue there. So it wouldn't surprise me if like we kill Uldren at the end of the campaign, and then the raid boss ends up being something different, like entirely. And the only reason I agree with some people on the Savathun theory is, obviously all the call outs and hints that we've seen from vanilla up to this point, but also because the Dreaming City has so much taken energy around it in some form or fashion. I mean, if not Savathun, then why all the taken stuff? That's my question, I mean, a whole area just had that orb and the orbs floating around it, and there's all these taken enemies, and it's like, why even have taken enemies in there if they don't pay it off by this point? I'm kind of interested to see what they do. And if it's not Savathun or Uldren, then who's it going to be? Because a lot of people think that Savathun's saved for the Dreadnought DLC after this one. So then who would we get if not Savathun?
So are you referring to, when you saw that, you're talking about the orb thing, you're talking about the one that was in the video where it showed the raid?
Yeah, in the Vidoc, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw that one as well.
Right.
I think what happens is maybe, like I said, Uldren finds something. He's led in the wrong direction, maybe by Savathun or some other high deity, who knows, or Eris, I don't know. And maybe that awakens the Taken in the raid, and whatever happens in the campaign missions by the end, it awakens to Taken or whatever, and that's where we got finished the fight in the raid, I guess. Something that I could think of, honestly. I don't know, because I think they said that the raid is going to be connected to the story this time, so that's one thing.
I mean, hopefully that would be really nice if they connected it like that.
Yeah, because I agree that they could do Savathun at either point. I just wonder, if they do Savathun now, who's in the Dreadnought at that point, or if they don't do Savathun now, who's it gonna be? That is, and then chat was saying maybe Eris, or maybe some interaction with the Nine. I mean, everyone would love to see something with the Nine. We know nothing, and the Trials lady is over there doing her thing, laughing at Guardians, playing Trials and competitive for the Claymore, and it's like, all right, well, tell me more about you. I would love to learn more about the Nine. And go ahead.
So we know the two updates, or 3 updates after Forsaken comes out, they're going to be light on story. That's already been discussed. So it'd be, I don't know if Savathun could come back in either, or appear in either of those 3 seasons or expansions, whatever they're going to call them. It'd be a shame too, because there's such a buildup, like you said.
That's a good point.
That already from vanilla D2, that we've had this buildup for Savathun. People are expecting in some way that she's going to play a big role in the story. But then again, waiting until year 3 D2 is going to be a long wait for her to make an appearance, I think.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that. Yeah, you're right. I have that same feeling. The annual passes, I don't think they're going to do anything like that.
Yeah,
it's got to be, because they even said it's going to be small story, I guess, driven.
Right.
Passes,
with raid layers. They did say that.
With raid layers.
And I think she deserves better than a raid layer appearance.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Oh, yeah. They need to pay her off. I mean, they've been hinting at her since Vanilla D2 Hardcore, and it was pretty obvious. Every god we kill in this game, we know someone, the next chain up is going to be like, hey, you killed my son, and then hey, you killed his dad, and so we know we're getting that. But yeah, in what, when, and they have to do it bigger with Savathun because of the build up, talking about 2.5 years build up to that.
Yeah.
Are you flirting with chat, Jay?
I'm waving at the baby. He's waving at me. I'm waving back.
Okay.
He's back there.
Doing the dad thing.
Yeah. No, I mean, I definitely don't think they'll save her for a short story mission. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. That kind of really makes it more possible that she's gonna be in this raid then.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe Uldren.
Maybe he's being
maybe he's being manipulated by Savathun. We don't know. That's interesting. And I don't see her being a raid layer. She's like orcs type of level. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So real quick, we definitely there's going to be a lot of questions answered come September for sure. I know I'm curious not only to play the new, expansion and just all the quality of life updates, the new weapons, the new supers, the bow archetype weapon, which, by the way, Bungie put out another Vidoc like today or yesterday with the bow, specifically about bows. And did y'all get a chance to see that?
I haven't.
Yes, I can't wait.
No,
The bows are going to be really nice, really interesting.
yeah, they actually said it has like drop if you try to rapid fire, but if you draw it all the way back, it's on hit scan. So that to
Makes
me,
sense.
to me, like, I mean, y'all tell me what you think, because I'm an average. I play a little bit of everything in Destiny. I'm not huge into PvPs, even though I want to be, but like, it seems like the bow is going to offer a really nice skill gap for people that want to take it to the next level. Is that a fair assumption?
Good question. Did any of you guys ever play Crisis 2 at all?
No, I have not. No.
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 It had a bow just like that in PvP, and it was the same thing. If you did a rapid fire, it'll have drop off, but if you held it tight for a while, let it go, it was pretty much a sniper. At one point, and it was literally just a one shot body shot if you held it all the way back, regardless of where you hit him.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
If they do, from what we saw, I think was it 2 shots in one of the things I saw.
Yeah, 2 shots, whether it was head or body.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know. It'd be interesting. I mean, as far as skill gap goes, if it's going to be really big for PvP, it looks interesting.
Yeah.
Chat just big pop-up just brought up Turok on 64. Yeah, I think something like that.
Turok 64. Wow.
Turok 64.
I haven't played that in a minute, man.
Same. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think it's gonna make a widen the skill gap a little bit if you use a crossbow. It's gonna be interesting. I like it. So snipers, you have crossbows now. That's gonna be cool. I can't wait. I can't wait to try it out.
And in Destiny fashion, they do have an exotic bow, one that we know of. It remains to be seen if they'll add more exotic bows, but it seems like they're playing off into the the exotic bow they showed. I forget the name of it, but basically it shoots an arrow. It shoots 3 arrows actually per shot, and when it hits something, it can like shoot lightning out and zap enemies. It does this, and apparently all the people that played Gambit at E3 were saying it's really powerful. So
it's like chain damage.
Some chain lightning, yeah.
Yeah.
And they said it just melts dudes like bad.
Dude, I'm so excited about this. I can't wait to try it out at Guardian Con.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Dude, I know, man. That is so cool. I'm still trying to process the idea. Like, I'm going to get to play early something from Destiny 2 before it comes out. That is just mind-blowing to me.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. I tried to reach out on social media to see if anyone would answer me on the question of, are we allowed to do capture? Are we allowed to capture any footage that we play? And I don't know the answer to that. Yeah, I don't know the answer.
Yeah.
I asked.
They did a lot of capturing at E3.
Yeah, I know, but I wasn't sure if it was reserved to content creators or not.
Yeah, like big content.
That wouldn't make sense. I don't think they would do that.
No?
Okay.
No.
So
that would be really unfair. I mean.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but I don't know how these kind of things go, so we're not.
Once they release the NDA, it's normally just anybody can do it, regardless of your size.
Nice.
Nice. So, question: how would we since you're a tech support guy, how will we capture that? Like, what will we bring to Guardian Con to capture that type of footage?
Depends on their setup. Most likely, they're just gonna have consoles, and if they have consoles, they're probably not gonna have them out exposed. They're probably just gonna have them tucked away somewhere. At E3, from what I heard, is they actually had an Elgato station for you to capture the gameplay.
Oh,
so
dang.
they had a separate PC, and they uploaded the files to the computer. You literally just had a flash drive and popped it out.
Wow.
So, okay, that's cool. All right.
From what I saw, from what I heard and saw, that's what they said.
I might have to procure a flash drive.
Same here. I'll bring my gun just in case then.
I actually
just in case.
Yeah, I asked our last week's guest, Lay Summerstone. I asked him because I didn't know how it would work or anything. I was like, hey, if you can get some capture, like I'll totally hook you up, and try to see if we can get some footage. I would really love to get some gameplay footage for us to put on the channel for our viewers. That would be a lot of fun. And I want to try out that new Titan Super where you're flying around. It's like, that's crazy, dude.
Missile.
Power, did you get a chance to see all
what?
the new supers and all the Vidocs and the Gambit gameplay? And if so, like, well, I'm sure you did, but like, which ones were you really digging out of everything you saw?
Honestly, so it's kind of funny. In Destiny 1, I mained Warlock for trials. It was well, no, it wasn't Stormcaller. It was Voidwalker.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes a difference for you guys.
Okay,
But,
respectable.
then in D2 I started off with Warlock, but I didn't like it, so I started maining Titan. And I really enjoyed the Titan. But then now I'm enjoying the Hunter again. So from when I saw the actual video of all the supers, out of all the supers, I think I'm actually more excited about the new Hunter super for the Night Stalker, because the Night Stalker is an amazing class, but their supers are not the greatest when it comes to the Night Stalker for PvP. So I think that's gonna be interesting.
Agreed. They have a lot of, like, the nades are awesome, the smoke is cool,
Yeah.
but the super is
Well,
man,
the new Night Stalker Void Super is basically Arc Blade 2.0.
That's what I like. Yeah, that's what I like about it. Yeah.
You can do invisibility, you can move fast and slice and dice, and then you can. They said you could see through walls with that super.
dude, it's gonna be awesome. I mean, it's as long as they solve the issue with, like, I remember in D1 the Blade Dancer, the shortstop, like, you'll swing, you'll stop right in front of the enemy, do a shot on you. So no,
Oh, yeah.
they fix that.
Yeah, hopefully they fixed it. Eric, what are you maining these days?
Crucible, I have the most success with my Hunter, but I'm a pretty mediocre Crucible player, so that's not saying a whole
Well, just
lot.
overall, like, out of the new supers coming, and
The new
Fire.
supers, I think I'll probably lean more on my Hunter.
yeah,
than,
that's
and
what I
then
was gonna ask you
probably
guys.
my
Out of the
Warlock and
characters,
Titan then.
oh, sorry.
Yeah,
More-
and then Warlock and Titan from there, I think. But I have more success with my Hunter. Those dodgy guys.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Slippery.
So, out of the characters y'all main right now, looks like Angel's beaming into the show. That's good. Jay, if you want to activate that thing,
Gotcha.
so we can fix the cameras. What I was gonna ask you guys, out of the classes y'all main now, are the new supers going to make you switch mains? Have you seen any supers that would make you consider switching mains?
Not at the moment. No, like I said, I've been playing more Hunter now, and I think I'm gonna stick with the Hunter for the time being. The Hunter Night Stalker for PvE right now is really good, especially with those boots, for like pretty much infinite tethers. So
Yeah,
think I'll
the
stick
Ophidian
with
aspects, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I'll stick to the Hunter for right now.
nice. I mained a Warlock in D1. I still main a Warlock, and hey, Angel, welcome back, everybody. This is Angel Zero. She is back and got her equipment up and running. So, how you doing?
What's up, guys?
Yeah, welcome.
I'm doing alright. Sick now, so.
Oh no.
Oh man, that sucks.
Well, that sucks. We were just talking about. Well, we introduced Power. Power. This is Angel. So,
Hello.
Hello.
we were talking about the new supers. We're kind of just touching real quick on who mains what, and and out of the new supers that are coming with Forsaken, are there any you've seen that would make you consider switching your main?
No.
So what do you main?
I'm a hunter.
Yep.
And I've been a
Dang.
hunter since D1, since I first started, and I probably will never switch.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
we got a lot of.
We are loyal to our class.
I was gonna say every time I play, I'm always the only Hunter, and then everyone is a Hunter. Like, what's going on?
I'm a Warlock. Hey, I'm a Warlock through and through. So
Crucible is full
I
of
got-
hunters right now, man. It's ridiculous.
well, it's
Like,
because of that damn helmet that y'all are using, spamming. Yeah.
Musk, yeah.
what do you mean, freaking?
Hey,
Warlocks
you know
are the
that's
big
fine.
hunter-
Hey, you have the helmet. I'm gonna eat my grenades, get my health back. I'm gonna use my Lunafaction boots and melt you with my machine guns, and we're good. So
I don't know what helmet he's talking about.
The worm.
don't tell him. Don't tell him.
It's-
Yeah.
You know, I'm trolling you, right? I know what helmet he's talking
oh,
about.
Nah.
okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, don't tell him.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey, look, all I'm saying is I'm staying with Warlock and seeing the supers and Forsaken as much as I really am glad. See, I actually do have one of each class on my profile, but I do main the Warlock. But that Kamehameha super, bro, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That is going to be the
But
coolest thing.
If you're standing in that one spot doing that beam, you're gonna get sniped. Just saying.
Hey, but if I can move it around, You know, if I can just do a
Yeah.
sweep move and just vaporize everything, that's what I'm waiting to find out if we can do that. You know.
I wonder if you can move while you're doing it, because from what I saw, it was just literally just.
Yeah, he does
cool.
stay static. It seems like so.
The void warlock looks pretty cool. The whole instant transmission.
Oh
and
yeah,
just-
yeah. He
Pretty cool.
shoom, 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 like he moves so fast, and then he does this blah, and he just like explodes in void energy. So it's gonna be you know, y'all be hunters. It's cool, man. I'll be over here, and you know, hey, knowledge is power. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Well, hunters have knowledge. We stole Blink from you, and then Bungie was like, "Nah, let's take it away."
yeah, it's because you weren't cool enough to keep it. I'm just oh shit, I shouldn't
Well,
have said
I will
that.
tell you this.
No.
I will tell you this. I really do hope they bring back the Twilight Garrison for Titan.
Oh man, no, that's a great
That has-
one.
that has to come back. I think so.
Guess who stole it from you? The Warlocks.
Yeah, the
the
Warlocks.
Dom Blades.
All my
Yeah,
buddies are like,
yeah.
they're always
Yeah.
the Warlocks.
Hey, she the new Dawnblade Super is actually really cool. They so you make a Mega Rift, and it gives you plus healing, plus damage, and it lets you throw healing grenades. So this is like really cool because if we're playing in a Nightfall or something or a raid, and you're in a tight spot or you just trip over the geometry in the game, because we all do that. It's the game is, you know, especially if you're on console with a limited field of view. Someone could get stuck and be like, yo, what is it in Overwatch? I need healing. And you just throw a grenade and whew, there you go, you know. It's pretty cool.
Is that
Yeah.
confirmed that that's gonna be a thing?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's awesome.
Healing
Awesome.
grenades for the new Dawnblade is a thing.
That's
Just
cool.
don't miss
gonna be
with
interesting.
them.
Yeah, no, man, just whiff it off a ledge. Whoops.
I got you off the ledge.
I spent 12 hours in the new raid this weekend, maybe a little give or take.
Oh,
And
wow.
Those orbs that you got to toss around, you see that in the story
Just
mode, and yeah, if you miss one of those in the raid, you might as well start over and wipe. It's hard to
You wipe.
recover.
Well, I still haven't even played that yet.
Oh, the new raid.
Yeah, I still haven't played the new raid layer. I only played the last raid layer once, so
yeah.
It's
I'm in the
It's
same boat. I'm
about-
taking my time.
I'm in
Yeah,
the same boat
it's-
as well. I haven't played the new Spire of Stars, and I've only completed the Argos once. But that's just real life job and not having that much time to play. So
yeah.
it's almost as unforgiving as the orcs fight the end, where if you make one slip up, it's you got to
Yeah.
start over. There's an opportunity to recover, but not much.
okay,
So,
I
Get in
do.
there. It's fun. It's fun. It's a lot.
I do like that they added these mechanics where if you stack Melting Point and the Tractor Cannon, you can just effectively melt bosses. But obviously, you have to
Literally
have
melts.
you have to have a Titan on the team, and you got to spec out for it. I mean,
Absolutely.
and then of course the Titan going in for Melting Point is really risking getting just smashed. So.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing when Prestige mode comes, that's gonna limit your ability. Like you're gonna have to watch your deaths a lot more, right? Isn't that how that works
Yep.
Right.
with
so when
respawn
you-
timers?
Well, when in the Prestige, at least in the Leviathan now, when you res someone, you lose your token as well as them losing theirs.
Okay.
So you're losing twice as many.
Oh wow.
Tokens twice
Wow.
as fast. So yeah.
Well, there you go.
Definitely punish you for
For
dying.
dying. Yeah.
Which is good.
So transitioning from raid stuff, we do have we talked about like they have this annual pass and it's gonna have raid layers and stuff like that. And then of course Forsaken in September. But we do have another update coming soon that we have yet to get any information on realistically. It's this July 17th Solstice of Heroes event. I don't know about y'all, but I haven't seen any official information on this other than we know it's coming.
No.
Anything?
Very hush hush. I haven't heard anything about it either. I mean, I heard of it a couple of weeks ago, and then I never heard of it again.
Yeah.
Even with the Forsaken news, nothing's come up. I have no idea.
I think by the end of this month, they'll probably start talking about it because they're going to need at least a couple weeks in advance to put out a Vidoc or something, yeah?
Yeah.
To hype it up or whatever.
Yeah.
The only thing I know of it is that it's on the roadmap. That's it.
All right, yeah.
Maybe something really small too. Just a really
Yeah.
small update.
Like Festival of the Cost or something.
Yeah, or
Probably
even
something
like
like that.
Age of Triumph, or what's it called? Triumph.
Age of Triumph, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. Something free. I mean, just to
Yeah, I can see like maybe celebrating year one D2, and I don't know
Probably.
how they
So
would.
we do
Well,
have
do
that.
though.
Triumphs are coming in Forsaken. So
Yeah, collectibles
mhm.
or collection. Yeah.
The only other thing listed for July 17th, well, the big bullet points were Rumble will become a permanent playlist. That's amazing. And then Quick Play will be 6v6 moving forward from that point. So, yes.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I am so ready for that. I do not like 4v4. I feel like I'm stuck with my team way too much when I just want to go out and kill some people.
Yeah.
I feel like 4v4. I don't know. 3v3 was a sweet spot. So 4v4 is too much. 56 is perfect for like non-comp. 3v3 should be comp,
Yeah.
but you got 4v4 right now. It is what it is, you know. I guess Prime Match would be like the real comp, 3v3 sweats,
Oh, yeah.
True.
Yeah, have y'all heard of anything like that going on? I know there's one guy on Twitch I see organizing some big tournament.
Jake Parker.
Jake Parker, yeah, he's
Vegas,
some
yeah.
Vegas tournament. It looks to be a pretty big deal, and he
Yeah,
seems
dude.
to be making it a point that this is a first in a lot of ways, but that he seems to be making a lot of stuff happen. I'm really curious to kind of look into that because the Destiny, the competitive, the people are there ready to support it, but the game hasn't really given us the tools as much as we really need. So people are having to go out of their way a lot extra to make these things happen. But I think everybody is pretty much in agreement that, like, community wide, like Bungie, if you give us the mode and the tools, we want to do this. I mean, Trials. Look at what Trials did over the course of a year alone. I mean, you had streamers that grew their channels to insane numbers. There was always something to do on the weekend. The scene for carries was huge. How do you think I got to the lighthouse? I got carried because I suck at PvP. And just the fact that I could go and network with friends and do that. And then, obviously at GuardianCon last year, we saw what Lumi did and all those guys and just the crowd. If anyone was there, you saw it. The crowd literally went nuts like so many times and was so hype. And I'm really excited to see that kind of starting to grow. I'm just hoping that Bungie continues to deliver these updates. It looks like PvE-wise we're getting everything and more that we're asking for, and I hope that continues with PvP because this game has unlimited potential. It really does.
I haven't heard them say anything about Trials, honestly.
Yeah, they haven't. That's the scary thing.
Nothing
Yeah.
PvP. The only thing they hear mention PvP is just like sandbox tuning. They're
Yeah.
lowering the TT. They're working on TTK. I'm not sure about lowering it, but obviously they have
Yeah.
to lower it.
Mhm.
I miss
Yeah,
the fact that Trials in Destiny 1 was actually really hard for people. I mean, I understand it sucks. Some people couldn't do it, but I like a challenge. That's kind of what I miss.
I feel like Trials right now this time is a lot harder. I think, well, on PC at least, because like the only people playing now Trials is just the people who are
Super
just
comp.
master team shooting.
Yeah.
The first day, well, I guess the first week that Trials came out for PC, we got together. We went flawless the first time, and we were like, "That was it." And
Yeah.
I guess that we just
Yeah.
kind of
Now-
stopped. I stopped doing Trials because of it. It was I just didn't feel the satisfaction that I did with D1.
Yeah. Now it's a lot tougher just because it's just people who master team shooting. They never leave each other's side the whole time.
Yeah.
It's the way you play the game now, which I'm not used to yet because I'm used to D1 still.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some kind of update with Trials. I mean, like I would love to get in with a group, not just to kind of get carried in certain game modes like that, or to the Claymore, but the process of getting there and how you make friends while you're going through that process it's so Destiny, right? Like as far as our community and the culture that we have, and I love that, because like Erik is a great example. Randomly one day I'm trying to like film machinima or whatever I'm trying to do, and this was before Forsaken was announced. I mean, this was about a month or two ago.
No, yeah, March.
Roughly.
It was that dry spell.
Yeah, it was like nobody was on. You'd load into a tower and maybe see 2 other people or something, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty bad. And I see him, and I message him, and then he's like, yeah. And, I mean, I don't know a lot of other games where you could just do that, where you can message some random person and they're just as interested in the game as you are, instead of just like, haha, boom, headshot, suck it, nerd, like, get out of here. Like, everyone's willing to help you raid, or if it's the Claymore you're after, you can do that. And hopefully, like I said, they come back with something PvP. Forsaken hasn't really said PvP anything.
No, yeah. No.
I guess they're pushing Gambit hard, which I think Gambit would be like a new comp thing. I think
it is.
Has potential.
Yeah,
has potential.
That one does.
I've seen like Trees from Triple and other people are just like saying, it's the potential to be really comp if you have different strategies you can use. But as far as Trials goes, I haven't really said anything about Trials or even PvP, just Gambit.
I think it needs an entire overhaul, personally.
Honestly, I wouldn't be against them sitting it down, putting Trials aside, leave it alone, disable it for a season, so you guys can work on it, and then bring it back.
I was just gonna say this. I said the thing the other day when I was talking with my buddies. I said they should just literally put it on the back burner for right now, put it in the vault for like at least a month or 2, and just kind of work on it as much as they can, and then re-release it.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine like Gambit and Trials being good at the same time? Like that would be Twitch directory heaven right there.
I got a question for you guys. What do you think kept Destiny 1 alive?
Trials.
Oh, there's no question. That was Trials all day, because all the content ran out. I mean, there was a nice spike whenever they brought, Age of Triumph and brought all the VOG back and all that. But, I mean, Trials absolutely carried that game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think that's a secret. Yeah, I know. And it doesn't necessarily have to be 3v3. I think, me personally, and this is from an average, not specifically focused PvP player, but I think elimination was the mode. I don't know if it necessarily matters if it's 3v3. I would love to see some variations. Maybe do 3v3 and 4v4 and just be elimination and see how that goes. Do something.
Oh, you mean like instead of survival?
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Survival. Like I mean, survival.
Like survival.
The idea of survival sounds cool, but in practice, it's just campy.
It
is very campy. I think lowering the TDK will help a lot, and then this new weapon system will help a lot. But I just think the rewards aren't worth it. I don't think anything's worth it right now. Especially, I don't know. If it's not fun, it's not worth it.
Aren't you scared though if they lower the TDK, the team shot will get worse?
Not necessarily, because then at that point you can go off on your own and get a single kill by yourself. You can kill a whole squad by yourself. Like right now,
you get the gunplay going. Yeah.
Exactly. Right now, if you can't outgun a whole team by yourself. I mean, you can, but that's if you're facing a team with potatoes.
Yeah.
So even now in season 3, it feels like Trials is on the back burner. I mean, there's 3 new guns. Beyond that, I mean, there's a ghost shell, and I think that's it. That's all there is to chase in Trials right now.
That's the other thing too, is the loot is not as good as before.
I played Trials once so far this season. I think
they didn't even introduce new ornaments. They did for Banner, but Trials, no new ornaments, nothing other than just the new weapon, ghost shell.
I miss flying to the tower, and I have all the Trials gear on with the ornaments and D1.
Yes, and
you get constant DMs. Can you help me do Trials? Can you help me do Trials? And people used to hover around you because they wanted to see your Trials ornament.
You felt like a god. You're like, yes,
exactly.
Come to me.
Yeah, you did.
Bask in my glory.
So since we're on Crucible, this week with the weekly reset, we had Iron Banner's back. So this is the second one of this season. I know I've barely grinded any of it, but the ornaments are pretty sweet this time around. I really like the aesthetic. I think like the ornaments for D2, they've been killing it, man, for Iron Banner.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new ones.
I agree. Ornaments are awesome. Iron Banner, like ever since they got 6v6, besides the obvious like on PC, not matching 606. Well, not starting the game, you have to boot someone out first and then get someone in again. That's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, it's been fun. I mean, I don't have any issues about Iron Banner so far.
There is there is a little public service announcement I want to get out there to folks that may not know. So there's a new Eververse package. I know, I get it. we don't like the whole taking content out of an event and putting it behind a paywall, but that's not what we're here to discuss. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to hold back the. But no, there's the Fighting Lion ornament, and it looks pretty sweet, right? But I think it's the same thing where it's like maybe $8 or $10 equivalent, and then and no one knows for sure if you can earn it in game, but I doubt it. Now, the thing I want to tell everybody is, and I saw this on the Bungie forums today actually, is there is a glitch where when you buy the ornament, it'll just disappear from your inventory completely. And they basically put out, hey, Bungie, what the F? Like, what's going on with this? And Bungie replied back and said, we know about it. We're investigating it. And sorry about that. So if you spend the money, it may disappear on you, but Bungie knows about it. They're working on it. So
yeah, I think they took it. They disabled the ability to purchase it.
Okay, I'm about to say,
did they?
So
Okay.
You can't buy it right now. So
I was gonna say, if you bought it and you get it, don't buy it again. That's basically what
Right.
what it is.
Yeah, there was even on the forums, there was like, you know how there's always salt, right? So but it was pretty, it was a pretty
You
funny,
still go there?
it was a pretty funny post that they put. They said, you know, thank you for purchasing the ornament bundle. And now if you would like to have the ability to use the ornament, that'll be an extra $10. Thanks. So like, I was like, oh man, some
Ouch.
good burns going on. So yeah, just a little service announcement, and it sounds like they've already kind of took the problem out until they get it worked out. So I just wish they would give us the ability to earn the damn thing. I don't care what you sell it for, but let me earn it, So
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's I don't care anymore. It's whatever. Like,
and then,
yeah,
hey, what if the Solstice of Heroes is more like, Festival of the Cost? It's like, hey, special event, bring it in, cool Vidoc, and then they're like, that'll be $38.50. Thanks.
Riot.
Yeah.
Rioting. That's it.
Like, yeah. So anyway, all right. So let's. Oh, go ahead.
That's probably why they haven't announced anything about it. Maybe like, oh crap, this is not a good idea. Let's change something before we announce it.
probably testing the water still. I mean, there were supposed to be faction related purchasables.
Right, with the emotes. Yeah, and they
didn't show up in the Eververse during the last faction rally.
Yeah,
Yep,
So maybe they don't want to piss anybody off.
Yeah.
So they piss us off even more.
Yeah,
Right. So we're going to transition to our last topic. So something more positive and a really awesome thing that happened over the last day, or I think it was today or yesterday. The whole topic is gaming does good or mental health debate with gaming. So I forget what association it was. Some organization came out and they're trying to say that gaming is a mental health problem associated with addiction for people that and basically it's like any other. They're kind of saying it's like any other addiction. So, but there's this big push right now about gaming and how it's bad for kids and it's causing people to do terrible things and all this. And of course, we're going to be more biased as gamers, but I think it's important to talk about because Professor Broman, popular Twitch streamer, and especially in the Destiny community, got in touch with Tampa local news and did an interview with them, and he was basically showing our side of the story, essentially. Like, look at what gaming has been doing, can do, and will continue to do. And Guardian Con obviously being a huge example of that with our, the community's contribution to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. To date, we've raised over $2.5 million, I believe it is, and we're on par to do way more than that this year already. So it was a really cool interview that they did. Definitely go check it out if you can. If someone wants to put a link to that in chat, that would be awesome. I can't do it right this second.
I can't. I did my link.
Yeah, just anytime if we get a chance. It's a really cool
tweet
interview
it
to
out
check
later.
out. But so what are all y'all's takes on this? I know as gamers we tend to be a little bit biased, but looking at it from a broader perspective, I mean, what do you guys think about it?
About the,
Like the mental health addiction part of this that a lot of people are trying to paint this picture, you know?
So I watched a little bit of it, and then like I did some research, and apparently only like there's like a small percentage of people who are people in the community who are classified as this addicted to the gaming thing.
He said 1 to 2%.
Yeah,
1 to
like
2%.
So, I mean, I guess maybe because there are some people out there who are like really, 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 really addicted to video games. But
Too
I mean,
much.
yeah, but I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, it's a very small percentage.
So I think the thing that us as gamers are trying to kind of convey is the argument of we're not arguing that people don't have addictions. People do have addictions, and it's to various things. But I don't know if I would call gaming as your particular vice a mental health disorder. That's the thing that I'm trying to separate here. Is me personally, I don't believe that. I think the idea of being addicted is where the disorder comes in. I don't want to say it's the game's fault. I think it's a fair argument to say that people that have addiction problems probably have mental health disorders. But that's just my take on it.
Makes sense. Yeah.
I think just like anything, once it starts taking over your life and you're not doing the things that you should be doing on a daily basis, then that's when, whether it's your gaming or gambling or drinking, whatever your vice is, that's when I think that's when it.
Hey, damn it! You're 2 years old. You need to start learning how to cook around here, okay? I got games to play. Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
God,
Exactly.
come
So,
on.
I could see the argument where they want to put gaming under a microscope.
But is it really a disorder though? Like I see how I'm saying. Is it really a
I
disorder?
wouldn't necessarily say it's. I mean, there people out there have are aversions to whatever it is they're interested in. Whether it's games or whatever it is. Some people are hoarders, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're going with that. I mean, pretty much everyone has an obsession towards something, and sometimes if it's too much, it becomes. I mean, it could become a disorder. It could affect you in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
but I think to label it as a gaming
problem,
I think gaming is. I think if people are gaming too much instead of, and it's taking over their life, then I don't think it's necessarily fair to say, all right, well, it's because of games that you're not doing that. But people have an aversion to be to an addiction, regardless of whether it's gaming or whatever their vice is.
What do you think, Angel?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with them somewhat that it can be an addiction, but that's not the game's fault, and I don't think that's the community's fault either. I just think it's like any other addiction.
Right.
Where like cigarettes or alcohol or anything like that. You can get addicted to it, but it's not the game's fault.
So Destiny pop figures, I'm good, right? I can still obsessively collect those.
Okay. Well,
okay. I just want to make sure.
That side.
Collecting those?
He collects them. Yeah, he collects them.
That closet behind me, I can't open it right now. No, I'm just kidding.
I got 2 boxes.
He'll just pour out pop figures.
You got 2 boxes, Power?
Someone sent me boxes full of them.
Wow.
Hey, if you got the Crota one, I need an extra. I don't have one, so if you got an extra, hook a brother up, right? Yeah. Oh, here he goes. Hey, this is live, everybody. Get start recording. This is.
There it is.
Which one? Is that Oryx? Yeah.
Oh, that's Oryx. That's all. Hold on. That's Oryx. Hang on.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait, there's more.
little late Father's Day here, man. If you has Crota.
This week on Travelers, we have exclusive look at pop figures.
What's Contrabang with his hype?
Oh,
voice?
I know, dude. We need Contra, man. He's so funny.
I just got doubles.
Oh, we got
Oh,
doubles.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
They gave me
Nice.
all of them. They gave me all of them except for Crota. Yeah, I don't have the Crota one.
Yeah, nobody can
I
get
got
that.
Oh.
They're going
Another
for
Crota.
about $98 right now for the glow in the dark one.
God, is that the market on
Really?
the
For the glow in the dark one, yeah.
Holy cow.
How?
Really?
Yeah. Hey, that gold Osiris one is going
Yeah.
for about 60 right now.
With or without the code?
Code?
The code that you could get with the Osiris one.
Oh, that
Or
was
is that
just for the emblem, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's like without
Just for-
the emblem.
Just for the figure, it's $60.
Yeah, just for the figure, it's trending at $60 right now.
All right, well, I'm holding
So,
on to mine.
anyway.
So,
So let's
All right.
we're derailing. That's my fault.
I'm
The
start buying stuff.
yeah, addiction. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm not
Oh,
addicted.
yeah.
Not at all.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just need a. If I could just get one more.
Starts itching.
Yeah.
You got any pops? You got any pops?
Yeah, you got them pop. Hey, y'all got any more of them pops? Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, the whole gaming does good. I think it's imperative on us as the community, as content creators, to keep pushing that message that, hey, we're not arguing that there are people out there that probably do need that help, but please don't use that as a vessel to misconstrue the message of what gaming can really be and what we're trying to do with it, because like I said, the convention and what it has produced speaks for itself very loudly, that we as a community come together, which is a culmination of people from all walks of life, all professions and everything else, and raise money for arguably one of the most important charities that there is, as for kids with cancer, basically. And I believe the goal this year for Guardian Con is $2.5 million, I believe, and to fund the hospital to run for an entire day is the initial goal. I really think we're gonna blow past that too. So I'm excited, man. I'm super excited.
Every year we blow past, like the community blows past their goal. It's crazy. This community, it's only Destiny anymore. It's just Fortnite. Everybody come together, and it's great, man.
That
Well,
reminds
That's
me.
gonna be it, yeah.
Go ahead,
I have
Angel.
something else to say on the addiction. Like, it's not. It does help people also. Like, gaming helps people
Yeah.
in like hard times also. Like,
Yeah.
it's helped me within these past 2 weeks. Because as I told some of you guys, that my father had passed away on June 8th.
Hmm.
And then I just had his funeral Saturday. So, and that's one of the reasons I'm wearing these dog tags, is because these were his.
Wow.
So it's been helping me out a lot with, everything that's been going on and the anxiety that I've been having and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, video games can help out people with a lot of stuff like that, anxiety and life, get through stuff.
I think if I didn't have games, there's something to do after work, I would lose my mind, because by the time I'm done with work for 9-10 hours a day, come home, this is what I do, just relax. I definitely agree that as a coping skill,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm surprised they haven't considered watching TV in a disorder yet.
exactly.
I know
Yeah.
people that binge watch TV shows for
Yeah,
36 hours
Netflix
straight.
addiction. That doesn't get put under the microscope yet. That gets
Oh,
left off as
that's
what'd
not-
you do all weekend? Oh, I watched 24
You know-
hours of television in 2 days.
That's because that's because people make money off of that. You know what I mean? Like Netflix and stuff like that.
I wanted to say on the whole topic of the whole addiction thing, it all started because, let's be honest, it all started because what happened with Fortnite. It literally blew up, and it's on every platform and every device now, pretty much. And the parents got upset, and parents just started being upset about it. Me personally, the ones that were letting their kids play for 10+ hours, whatever, a day on this stuff, they were probably sitting there watching TV at the same time.
yeah.
Yeah.
They were probably chilling, doing their own thing, because they weren't paying attention to the kids. My son likes to play Minecraft. My daughter likes to play games. I don't let them play it all day long. I'll give them maybe an hour, 2 hours. That's
Yeah.
it. But
It's
a lot
it's
of
up to the
times,
parents.
yeah, it's up to the parents. I mean, when I was a kid, I grew up around gaming. I mean, it's been around for ages. We've been gaming for. I'm 32. We've been gaming for a long time since I was born. I mean,
Yep. I'm 33.
it's been
Same
around.
story, man. Hey, Mario Brothers. We had the Ataris. Hey, I still.
and I used
We still had A-Tracks in my house, bro.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like,
Right,
we've been
A-Tracks.
gaming for so long, and now it's like, now these parents are getting upset about it. I mean, me personally, I just blame the parents at that point.
I do think it's important. Yeah, I totally agree. I'm not a parent, but I know when it comes to time for me to have kids, like I'm always gonna play video games, and my kids will play them too. But yeah, hey, there's a time to do homework too. There's a time to learn how to do chores and things like that. Like, you got to unplug and prioritize, right? And I think the people that do have those addiction problems, that's the part they miss, is prioritization. Yeah. Like, real life first, games second, and as far as it helping out with people, man, there are so many stories like Angel's where gaming is such a creative and emotional outlet for people, and it's media outlets target such a large entity like Fortnite and what it's doing as a means to get their message out instead of really addressing the issues and acknowledging the good that it does for people. The news, that's the big flaw in the news, right? It's so easy to talk about the negative, and it sells more to talk about the negative. But realistically, if you put that aside for 2 seconds and take a good look, you'll see what we're actually doing over here, and it's just amazing. There's seeing some of those kids at St. Jude's and being at the event last year and seeing people on stage and different things like that, dude. That is life changing. So if you get a chance, man, even if it's just to go hang out and play some games, I mean, you're still gonna get to see the big picture, and it's really something.
What I found interesting was they used that whole mental disorder thing as a headline. Then when you actually watch the video, watch the segment, it's mostly Broman talking about Guardian Con mostly, and the good it does. So I feel like they use that as like a headline to get your attention. But that's what everybody's talking about now, because that was the headline. Oh, gaming disorder or mental disorder,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what most of media is like expanding it beyond belief just to get views and
oh yeah, clickbait.
Clickbait, exactly.
Pretty much, that's all the media is.
The YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's just gotten out of control lately.
Fortnite YouTube, to be exact.
Yeah.
I could go make a video. I could go make a video right now and say something like Destiny and put some thumbnail where it's like, DPJ. I don't know if y'all follow him. He's a UK YouTuber. He's been doing some funny ones lately. He put like instead of Aldrin's face, it was Zavala's face, or I'm sorry, instead of Cade's face, when he was getting shot, he put Zavala's face, and it was the biggest troll, and he did it on purpose to troll. But dude, he got so many views, and people the salt was just piling, and it was so funny, man. I was like, you can. I mean, if that's the audience you want, bro, you can go get it. Have fun, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Just look at like as far as media, like clickbaiting and stuff like that, right? Look at YouTube, like you mentioned, and look at like I'm not gonna mention any YouTubers, but that Sir D does a good job. Sir Demetrius does a good job of pointing that out on YouTube, and he'll point a lot of clickbaiters and like, yeah, they do this. He's not, it's ridiculous. So it's easy for anyone to do it. So media just take the easy way out and just, okay, well, let's put this as a headline, and then we'll bring him in. And then most people just Broman talk about, good stuff. But
yeah, I mean, he's talking about this isn't an addiction. Like I'm the sole provider of income in this house. Like, this is my job. I'm not, and that's another thing with mainstream and media in a lot of respects is it's still in the big grand scheme of things, streaming as a job is still very new. So a lot of people have a hard time accepting that, especially the older generations. They're playing video games and you make money doing it, blah, 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 like that's garbage and not respectable. You should be this or that instead. And I'm like, this, how much this dude makes? You know how much Ninja makes? $500,000 a month.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A month.
Wait, what happened?
I was talking about Ninja, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People that crap on, streaming as a job, like, bro, you're gonna tell me that for $500,000 a month you wouldn't play video? You bullshit. I mean, come on, man.
See, my mom always hated streaming, right, and gaming and stuff like that. And then when Ninja was on the news with how much he made and stuff, she's like, oh, maybe you can do this, you know?
Right.
Just
now
make
it's a
that
good
much
idea.
money and I'll be okay with it.
Right. Yeah.
You
Just
know?
make $500,000 in a month, and we'll be good.
When you throw numbers like that out there, people change their mind real quick.
And until then, you're grounded. Okay.
Pretty much.
So, well, I think that's gonna pretty much wrap it up for the evening, everybody. Power, man, we really appreciate you coming on, dude. It's been awesome. Tell people a little bit about one more time, real quick, what you do and how everyone can find you.
Oh man! All right. So pretty much, best place right now would be on Twitter and on Discord. Essentially now, look at this guy.
Hey, it's free advertising.
Hey, listen, those business cards are old. I'm getting rid of those. I got new ones.
Oh, okay. New
I saw
business
them
cards
with
coming in.
ads.
But no, pretty much the best place to get me right now is on Twitter. I stopped YouTube. I stopped Twitch. I'm concentrating on Twitter and on Discord essentially. Pretty much PC builds, content support for content creators. And then the other thing, of course, is the website for stormshield.one for the Fortnite community. Check your stats. And we also have a Discord for that. We're reaching 7,000 members in that Discord. It's gotten pretty busy.
Ooh.
So
That's
we're
legit,
getting there.
man.
We're getting there.
We got to start getting some
that'd be the-
partnerships.
Actually, I need to start talking. Yeah, I need to start talking to Discord and stuff like that, and talk to a few other things. We got a few other things, but we can't talk about. But we got a few things coming.
Oh,
So
a little NDA action, huh?
yeah, we're
Yeah.
not allowed.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you're gonna be at GuardianCon too, right?
Yes, for sure.
Are you going as a fan, or are you having a bigger role there?
So that's the thing. We're actually with Storm Shield 1 and GuardianCon, we actually Broman and I got a little partnership going for it. That's why I was invited as a content creator this year, because we're inviting everyone from the Discord and stuff like that, from the Storm Shield 1 community and stuff like that, to go there. So technically, I'll be going there more for the community, just to come visit. Mod, the creator of Storm Shield 1, will be there as well. He's flying out from England as well. So we're playing a little role of, I guess, just kind of meeting our community essentially at that point. But,
Awesome.
It'll be fun.
All right, man. All right. Angel, I wanted to personally say thank you for sharing that story with everybody in chat, and our condolences, of course. That's very brave of you to come out there and tell us about that. So thank you for that. And where can people find you?
People can find me on Twitter at angel_0, on Instagram, same line, and on Twitch at angel0.
Okay, Jay.
You can find me at Twitter, CrayZJaye, at CrayZJaye. On Twitch, same thing, twitch.tv/CrayZJaye. Yeah, that's it.
And you can find me on Twitter at Erik_Digital_.
And I am the Helmet Fire. You can follow me on Twitter at the Helmet Fire. You can follow the show on iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube, and of course here on Twitch. On Twitter, we're at Travelers PC. SoundCloud and iTunes, you can just search Travelers Podcast or Travelers A Destiny Podcast. Obviously, if you're here on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Travelers Podcast. We record every Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We are doing our live shows now, so make sure to tune into that. Other than that, everybody, we want to say thanks so much again for all the new follows. Thanks everyone for coming out and listening this evening to the first live show. Thanks again, Power, for coming on. And we will see you all next time on Travelers.